Good morning, time travelers. We meet again, and this time it's for our last big adventure. Welcome along to the final session in our Week of Wonder, where we've been exploring ancient Egypt. I hear you got up to all sorts of interesting things on Wednesday with Chrissy looking at hieroglyphs. And I don't know about you, but I have learned so much this week. I think it's been a brilliant week. Who is watching along today? Give us a big wave and a shout out into the comments in our chat. Oh, lots of you joining and lots of you that have been here all week. A big thank you. Hello, Jaden. Hi, Myla. Hello to Marvin and Navina, Ava, Kira and Mum, Kiara, Willow and Caden, Rocco, Georgia, Aurora, Hannah, William, Samantha, Rose, Lucas, Isaac, Daniel is here. Brilliant. Oh, fantastic to see all of you. Well, you've got me today for our escape room, and Chrissy has set us a pretty big challenge, guys. So, I am quite relieved that so many of you have turned up. We're going to need all our brain power today to work out the clues that have been set along the way. Now, you might have downloaded and printed out the escape room resource, in which case, brilliant. You can do that and fill that in as we go through together. If you haven't, don't panic at all. You can still join in with all of it, and you might like to grab you probably need a pencil, pen and paper to jot things down, because we're going to need to remember some of our clues as we go along the way. So grab that if you haven't got it. Some more people are arriving. Hello, Tiana. Hello, Bailey. Hello to Ollie and Edward. Now, I have loved seeing some of the things you've been sharing over in our Facebook group this week. You've been a busy bunch. You've created all sorts of things. So I thought I would share just a few of these things today. I can't share everything, but we're sharing a few. And here's a little look at what some of you have been up to. Willow and Caden got straight in with the building blocks. This was day one, I think, wasn't it? Your first activity. And decided to build some pyramids. They look brilliant. And Dara, look at this for a colourful pyramid. I love it. And I think you've shared a little inside tour of this, haven't you, on another sharing post, Dara? So if, guys, you fancy looking inside Dara's tomb, and there's all sorts in there, then you can have a little look at that after. We've got some great research here from Oliver. Well done, Oliver. And I love that Tutankhamun's mask as well there. Brilliant colouring. Ava's been busy creating this sign using hieroglyphs and some research there too. Well done, Ava. Felicity and Hattie had a go at the augmented reality, our AR resource. Look at that. I don't know if that's Felicity or Hattie standing next to it. It's bigger than you. And Cora, I hope you're not still wrapped up. You're not still mummified, are you, Cora? That's actually her underneath all those bandages. Brilliant job. I hope you managed to escape. Well done, Cora. And this is Atlas. These are These are symbols that you would carve into the tomb wall, I think, aren't they? They look brilliant. Lots of detail there. We've got something from Rua here. Oh, now this is the cat Flory. And I don't know if you can see the little jewel at the side there. I think isn't that a headphone, Rua? I think that you added. So they have maybe some music to listen to inside that tomb. It might get a bit boring otherwise. And that is Tiana there, next to that enormous mummified person. Look at that. Wow. Another AR resource there. Ollie and Edward. These are the guardians, aren't they? These little statues that you would guard your tomb. Fantastic. Great drawings, you two. And Aurora, I love your shiny gold cat. That's wonderful. Rose and Violette, you did the mummifying the tomato experiment. And I know a couple of you have done that, haven't you? That looks great. And let us know how you get on. What are the results? I think you have to leave it for a week, don't you, to then have a little look and see what's happened. Well done, you two. And Matthew has designed your logograph to represent you. That's showing your tablet and the cuddly toy, some chocolate, and the paw print is to show your love of cats and dogs. Some great things there, Matthew. Super. I think we got one more, have we? There's Zara, who has made the model that was in one of our shared resources this week. That looks great. And Thomas and Isabel's mummies with googly eyes. I love them. Really detailed bandages there, you two. Brilliant. Wowzers. Well, that is just a little bit of what you've been up to. Like I said, I haven't shared everyone. So go and check out those chats and ask a parent to log in to Facebook for you. You can look through the sharing posts too and take a look at what everybody's been up to. But a big well done. I've looked at everything and keep sharing them. Because remember our Week of Wonder, well, this might be our last session together, but you can carry this on. You can do a whole month of wonder if you've been inspired by ancient Egypt and you want to carry on. Keep going, guys, and keep sharing and updating us with what you get up to. Right, but we can't sit here and chat all day, can we? We have got to escape the room. Or should it be escape the tomb today? Oh, guys, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. Shall we get ready to start our adventure? Well, there's a few more of you arrived. Thank goodness. Like I said earlier, we are going to need all the brain power today. Right, let's have a little look at our escape room. Okay, right. I'm hoping you guys can see that. Yes? Excellent. Today is your first day as a young explorer in the scorching Valley of the Kings. The sun blazes overhead and your clothes are dusty from hours of digging. You've been dreaming of this moment forever, but nothing could prepare you for what happens next. Thunk! Your spade hits something hard. Stone. You drop to your knees, brushing away hot grains of sand with your shaking hands. Slowly, an ancient doorway begins to reveal itself. A hidden tomb, untouched for thousands of years. Strange symbols cover the surface, glowing faintly in the golden light. At the center of the stone are three mysterious cartouches, each carved with shimmering hieroglyphs, one like a falcon, another shows a feather, the third holds an eye. Suddenly, a soft breeze rushes through the air, even though there's no wind in this valley. A whisper seems to rise from the stone itself. Only the true path will open the tomb. Your fingers hover over the cartouches. What would happen if you pressed one? Which symbol will you choose? And what adventure will it unlock? Well, there's only one way to find out. And here are the three cartouches, but we don't know which one is safe to press. But luckily, guys, Chrissy has been ahead of us and she's set us some clues to solve. Phew, thank goodness for Chrissy. Well, if we follow these clues, we should be able to work out how to go forwards. So let's have a look at this first one together, shall we? Which group of items best represents goods that were traded in ancient Egyptian markets? Okay, what do you think? Did they trade linen, papyrus, potatoes and stones? Linen, papyrus, grain, precious metals and stones? Did they trade furs, animal skins, chocolate and precious metals? or linen, papyrus, grain, precious metals, and mobile phones? I think we can rule one out. What do you reckon? Can we rule out F? Well, which one do you think might be right? Think about all the things we've looked at this week. What sort of things kept popping up? Was there mention of all of these things? Right, we've got some guesses coming in. Jaden thinks perhaps A. Marvin is going with R, and Rose agrees. We've got some votes for E too. Oh, this could be tricky, couldn't it? What shall we go with? Well, let's have a think. Linen, papyrus, potatoes and stones. I don't think we've mentioned potatoes this week. Have we mentioned grain? We've definitely mentioned linen and papyrus, haven't we? Furs and animal skins? Chocolate? Has that been mentioned? What do you think we're going for? Right, we've got a mix of things in the chat, but most of you are going for R. What do you think? Should we go for that one? Okay, let's see if we get it right. It is R. Brilliant. Oh, phew. And that is our first letter that's going to help us escape the room. Right then, let's go on to our next clue. Ancient Egyptians used stones to value items. What letter is missing from the name of the stones? Okay. So they used stones to value items. So a particular item would be worth a certain number of stones. But what letter's missing from the name of the stones? What were those stones called? Can you remember? Got a few letters there, but what letter's missing? Any thoughts on this one? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Well, so far we've got E-B-E-N-S, ebens. Ebens. You know what it might be? I can practically hear all the cogs in your brains whirling. What do you think? Could it be a Z? Zebens? Could it be... Oh, yeah, could we rearrange the letters? I'll give you a clue here. I don't think we have to rearrange them. So they're in this order. We're missing the first letter. There's a clue. What do you reckon? This is a tricky one, isn't it? Yeah. Do you think should we try and find out the answer? Is it stumped most of us? I think it has, hasn't it? Okay, let's give it a go. The stones' names were debens. They were used to value the items. So which letter is missing? Which letter haven't we got from the word debens? Yes, we don't have the D. So we've got our R and now we've got our D. Phew! Okay, well done, everyone. We did it. Right, on to the next challenge. Right then, let's have a look at this one. Who discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun? Colour all the letters of his name each time they appear in the grid to reveal your next clue. So for this one, if you haven't got it printed off, it might be a little bit tricky, but I reckon we can maybe have a go anyway. So we're looking for the letters in the name of the person who discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun. So first of all, can we remember the name of the person, or have we found out this week the name of the person who discovered the tomb? Rose and Violette say Carter. I think you're pretty right. Have we got the whole name? Arthur. Phew, came to the rescue. Howard Carter, well done. And Myla as well. Let's see if we're right with that name. Howard Carter. Well done, guys. Discovered the tomb. So now what we'll need to do is find all those squares that have the letters in Howard Carter's name and kind of shade them in or color them in. And you can, if you haven't got it printed off, try and do that in your head and see if it makes a shape. Okay, so have a look through those letters, see what you can see, and you find. Oh, I've just noticed something that might help us out here. If you look vertically from about the middle and look vertically down, see that column that's got Carera? They're all in that name, aren't they? So we definitely know that would all be coloured in. Can you find out any others? Remember, we're trying to make the shape of a letter. Give you a little bit longer. Oh, I can see an H, a D and an R diagonally. Oh, I think I know what it might be. What do you think? Rose and Violet, you're in with a guess? Have you worked it out? They think it might be the letter Y. Tobias, you agree? Oh, we're all saying Y now. It's all popping up in the chat. Willow and Caden agree? Do you think we're right? Do you think it is a Y? Shall we check and find out? Oh, here we go. W-O-T. There's that diagonal. And then, yes, straight down. We did it. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that was a tricky one. I think we'll give ourselves a round of applause. Well done, guys. So now we've got R, D, and Y. Fantastic. We're doing brilliantly. Okay, here's our next one. Fill in the missing words. Take the first letter of each answer to find your next clue. Okay. So first of all, we've got to work out what the answers to these questions are, and then we just take each of the first letters of those answers. Let's start with A. Tutankhamun's tomb was found in the valley of the... In the valley of the what? The valley of the... Do you guys know? What do you think the answer to A is? Have a think about who Tutankhamun was. That might give us a clue. Yes. Well done, guys. The Valley of the Kings. Fantastic. Shall we see if we got that one right? Kings. Oh, kings. The S that's fallen down. But I think that counts as right. Well done. Okay, next question. The stone coffin his body was found in is known as a... What were the stone coffins known as? What were they called? Can you remember? Have a little think. We've got some answers popping up. Aurora says sarcophagus. That sounds familiar. Do you guys agree? Rose does. Shall we see if we've got it right? Sarcophagus. Oh, it's done it again. Sarcophagus. Well done. Okay, next one. The tomb was filled with precious items, many of them made from or covered in... What were those precious items made from? So we're thinking specifically of Tutankhamun's tomb. So precious items. What was the most precious item do you think, or the most precious thing that these things could be made from or covered in? What do you reckon? Yeah, I think you're right. You guys are saying gold. I think it must be gold. Shall we check? Yes, well done, everyone. Okay, D, we're doing really well. We can tell that Tutankhamun may have died suddenly, as many of the walls inside his tomb had not yet been carved or... what did they do with the walls inside the tomb? Do you know? So it had been perhaps done in a bit of a rush, or perhaps he had died quite suddenly, unexpectedly. The tomb wasn't ready. The walls, some of them had been carved, but not all. So what else did they do to the walls? They carved pictures in them, and also, yes, I think we're right. Lots of you saying painted. Let's see. Yeah, well done, everyone. Okay, last one. We're doing brilliantly. So remember, we're going to take the first letters of each of these answers for our next clue. The expedition that found Tutankhamun's tomb was paid for by Lord... do you know? Have you been looking into this week? Who paid for that expedition? Can you remember his name? Lord someone. What do you think? Let's see if anyone can remember. Oh, Rose is in with a guess. Caravan. Caravan? I think you've got the right first letter. You've got a lot of the right letters there, Rose. Sounds a bit like caravan. Let's see if anyone else has got a guess. What do you reckon? Carnarvon. Okay, we've got some guesses coming in. Shall we see? Are we right? Carnarvon, well done. Fantastic. Oh, guys, you're doing brilliantly. Okay, so we've got our answers. Here they come. Kings, gold, painted, sarcophagus, and Carnarvon. Right. Now we need the first letters of each of these. So we've got a K, S, G, C, P. Now which scroll do all of those letters appear on? We need the scroll that shows K, an S, a G, a C, and a P. Which scroll is it? And which is the red letter that we then need? Can you find the right scroll? Right. Bailey, Daniel, Ava are all in, and Aurora. You're all saying P. Yeah, lots of people agreeing. Do we think it's P? K, S, G, P, and C. Yeah, I think you're right, guys. Yes, we did it. Phew. Okay, so our next letter, therefore, is a P. Right, we're doing so well. Oh, Chrissy is going to be very proud of us, I reckon. Okay, here's our next challenge. Join the answers to the correct questions. The first letter of the answer left over is your next clue. So yes, there's too many answers for the number of questions. So one of these answers on this side is going to be left over at the end. Right, so let's try and match up these answers with these questions. Okay, first answer is Roman. Now, which question do you think that matches to? Was it a city that Cleopatra was thrown out of? The country Cleopatra's family were from? A long period of time without rain? There's some we can definitely rule out straight away, aren't there? The person Cleopatra's brother angered was this nationality. Was it Cleopatra's brother who she ruled alongside? Or was it a Roman general that Cleopatra's brother angered? Does Roman fit with one of those? What do you think? Well, I don't think it can be the first one because the city isn't called Roman, is it? A city called Rome, but yeah, it can't be that first one. And I don't think it can be a long period of time without rain. That doesn't sound right. That wouldn't be Roman. So what do you think? Aurora thinks, well, could it be the person Cleopatra's brother angered was this nationality? Yeah, Marvin, you're agreeing that it could be that one. That's what number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. The nationality one. Okay, we all seem to be in agreement with that one. The person Cleopatra's brother angered, we think that they were Roman. Shall we see if we're right? Yeah, we did it. Well done. Okay, right. The next answer, drought. Which question does that fit with? Which one do you think? Drought is which one? Yes, I think so too. A long period of time without rain. Shall we see? Yes, spot on. Well done. Right, we're doing brilliantly. Our next one is Ptolemy. Ptolemy. Okay. So what is that? What's that sound like? Does it sound like a city? Does it sound like a country? Could it be Cleopatra's brother? Does it sound like a name? Or the Roman general that Cleopatra's brother angered? What do you think, everybody? Cleopatra's brother, Daniel thinks. Ptolemy was Cleopatra's brother. Aurora's agreeing with you. Shall we go with that? Yeah, well done. We got it. Cleopatra's brother was called Ptolemy. Okay, Greece. Is that the city Cleopatra was thrown out of? Is Greece a city? Is it the country Cleopatra's family were from? Well, we're narrowing down the options here. Or is Greece a Roman general that Cleopatra's brother angered? Yes, it's got to be, hasn't it? The country Cleopatra's family were originally from. Let's see. Well done, everyone. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, we've got 3 answers to go and only 2 questions. So we are going to have one left over. Julius Caesar. Is that the city that Cleopatra was thrown out of? Julius Caesar, was that a city? No, I don't think so either. Was Julius Caesar a Roman general that Cleopatra's brother angered? What do you reckon, everyone? Roman general, yeah, I think so too. Yes, we got it. Okay, so 2 left. We've got, and this has got to match with the city that Cleopatra was thrown out of. Alexandria and Mark Antony. Mark Antony sounds more like a person, don't you think, than a city? So do you think Alexandria? I mean, that could be a name, but it could be a city. Shall we go with it? Yes, we did it. Okay, so our leftover answer there at the bottom is Mark Antony, and it said we need the first letter of that. That's our next clue. There it is, our leftover answer. And so we can add to our clues, we can add the M from Mark Antony. Whew, fantastic. Oh, we're doing brilliantly. Okay, let's stick with it, guys. We've got a hieroglyphics question next. These hieroglyphs. Okay, so this is great. We've got the alphabet given to us. So we can see there we've got which letters match with which symbol. We need to arrange the hieroglyphs to spell the word Cleopatra. So the big hieroglyphs that we've got there on the left, rearrange those to spell Cleopatra, and we'll have a leftover hieroglyph, and that's the letter of the next clue. So which of those hieroglyphs don't we need to spell Cleopatra? Shall I make this one a bit bigger for us? Let me disappear. Right, quite a few of you now saying we think it might be an S that we don't need. Can you see the symbol that is the S? Yeah, there it is at the bottom, second one along, that matches with the S. We definitely don't need an S to spell out Cleopatra, do we? So it must be that one. Shall we double check that we got this one right? Yes, it's that one. We don't need that to spell out Cleopatra. Well done, everyone. That was a tricky one that took a bit of concentration, didn't it? And there we go. We've got an S being added to our green collection of letters. Phew, fantastic. Right. Next challenge, on we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. There's loads of questions appearing. Right, I'm going to need your help with some of these, everybody. Right, we've got our first question. What is the name of the pharaoh? Well, there were a lot of pharaohs, aren't there? So I'm going to give you some clues for this one. So this particular one was, well, more of maybe thought of as a god than a pharaoh, a prominent god that was associated with life, death, resurrection, fertility. He was thought to be the god of the underworld and the afterlife. Any idea? Also believed to be the very first king of Egypt, who taught humanity all about farming and agriculture. What do you think? The name of the pharaoh, Osiris. Okay, right. So these questions are all based around Osiris. Do we know the name of Osiris's wife? Does anybody know that? What do you think? The name of Osiris's wife. Can anyone remember learning about that this week? Any ideas? Name of Osiris's wife. Aurora, well done. And Rose, we think it's Isis. Shall we find out if we're right? Yes, well done. Who wanted to be the leader of Egypt? What do you think? Who wanted to be the leader of Egypt? Who was against Osiris? Can you remember? Someone was plotting to take over, but who was it? What do you think? Any guesses? Rose and Violet think Seth. Should we find out? Spot on, well done. What was the box made of? Any ideas? What was the box made of? What would a box have been made of in ancient Egypt? What do you think? What would Egyptians make a box from? Let's find out. Gold. Well done. You're doing brilliantly with these answers. How many pieces did Seth tear the box and Osiris into? Oh, tricky. Oh, that was a good guess with clay though, Marvin. I was thinking it might be something like that, like modelled out of clay, but it was gold. How many pieces did Seth tear that box and Osiris into? A significant number, maybe? Can you remember that number of pieces? Have a guess if we're not sure. What do you reckon? Tricky one, isn't it? Should we find out? 14 pieces. After Osiris's body was reformed, what was done to it? What was done to it, do you think? – I like your guess of millions, Jaden. Brilliant. So after Osiris's body was reformed, what was done to it? What did people do to the bodies in ancient Egypt? What do you think? What do you think happened to it? We think it was mummified. We think it was wrapped, made into a mummy. What do we think? Those are our guesses. Should we find out? Yeah, well done, you lot. The body was then mummified. Well done. Whew. Okay, so we've got our answers there. There they are in purple. Isis, Osiris, Seth, gold, 14, mummified. Right. And we've got these jars here. Do you remember what they're called? Canopic jars. Well done. And each one has a letter. Okay. So how many times do each of these letters appear in our answers? Right. Whichever one is the highest, that's going to be the jar that we need. So how many times does I appear in the answers? How many times does M appear? And how many times does T appear? And then say which one has the most times. So count up all the I's. I'm counting along with you. Then count the M's. And then the T's. Well, there's not very many T's, is there? Right, we think we've got to the answer. Let's have a look. So there were 6 I's, 3 M's, and only 2 T's. So it must be, yes, well done. The jar we need has an I on it. Whew, well done, everyone. There we go. Add it to the collection. Oh, it's our last clue. We're nearly there. Oh, and it's a riddle. Well, you know me. I love a riddle. Let's have a little look at this one then. I have the head of a jackal, sleek and black. I guide the dead along their track. I guard the tombs, the sands, the night, and weigh their hearts to judge what's right. I help prepare the souls to go to where the final spirits flow. Who am I? Who do you think that is? What gives you the biggest clue there? We've even got an illustration there on the right. Can you remember the name? I have the head of the jackal, sleek and black. I guide the dead along their track. I guard the tombs, the sands, the night, and weigh their hearts to judge what's right. I help prepare the souls to go to where the final spirits flow. What is the name? Do you know? Let's give you a moment to think. Can we remember the name? Who am I? Who am I? Oh, I can see some answers popping in. Rose and Violette think it's Anubis based on a worksheet they did yesterday. Isaac is agreeing. We've got a few more votes for Anubis. So should we go with that? Okay, let's go with most of the team think it's that. Let's see. Yes, well done. Well remembered, you two. If you only did that yesterday, that's brilliant. Anubis. Anubis, who was the god of mummification, the afterlife, and the dead. And I think the clue that gave it away for me was the weighing the hearts to judge what's right. That really stuck in my head. Guided souls to the afterlife and in the hall of truth would weigh their hearts against their feather. Well done. Oh, guys, you have done brilliantly. So we can add an A for Anubis to our letters. Can you work out now what on earth the final clue is? Here's all the letters that we collected along the way. we'll need to do a bit of rearranging to make our final clue. I think some of you might have been rearranging already. Has anyone worked out what it could be? We've got an R, Y, D, P, M, I, and A. Rhydopemia. I don't think it's that. We're going to have to rearrange them, aren't we? But what does that word spell? What could it be? Mila, did you get it right? I think we worked it out. I think we've got it. I can see it. They're all pinging it off into our little chat now with the same answer. Yeah, Bailey is in, Hannah, William and Samantha, Jaden, Willow and Caden. You're all saying pyramid. Aurora's agreeing. I think, are we all saying that's what it must be? Let's find out. P, Y, R, A, M, I, D. Yeah, we did it. We unlocked it. Oh, fantastic. Well done. Phew. But hang on, the challenge isn't over yet. Do you remember those 3 symbols at the start? Well, we need to know which one to press. Oh no, I thought it was all over. Don't worry, we've got our final word now. We know it's pyramid. So now, can you work out which one of these hieroglyphs, remember we read them going down like this, which one of these spells out pyramid? Can you work out which button we should press? Double check you're right. We want to be sure. We don't want to be trapped forever. Which button shall we press? 3 exclamation marks from Rose and Violette. It's got to be, hasn't it? Well, it's the only one that starts with a P. Have you checked all those letters? It's got to be the middle one. It's got to be B. Shall we find out? Yes, we were right. Phew! We've done it. We've escaped. Oh, thank goodness for that. Well, I definitely could not have done that without you lot. That was brilliant. I am totally blown away by the knowledge you have of this subject. Absolutely brilliant. And what great teamwork. We all worked together to get through. Well done. Super stuff. Well, whether you filled that in using the resource or you just did it on a pen and paper, you just did it together as we went along, we'd love to share anything you've been up to. So you can share the completed one if you filled it in. That would be lovely to see. Or share anything else that you'd like to from our Week of Wonder Ancient Egypt. There's lots of different sharing posts in the group. If you can't quite find the one that it matches with, just pop it on one. I'd love to see it. And I'll go through later on today and have a look at everything you've been up to. A big round of applause to all of us. And a big thank you to you lot for joining me and Chrissy this week. We have loved every minute of it. And I hope you have too. So keep learning. Maybe this will spark a bigger project, more than just a week on ancient Egypt for you, and be proud of everything that you've done this week. You've been awesome. We'll see you all again next week when we're back to our normal live lessons. So I'll see loads of you on Monday for Pathfinders, and Chrissy will be back on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I'm back on Thursday with a magic suitcase, and book club rounds it all off on Friday. We can't wait to dive back in. We've got some great new topics lined up for you all. So we'll see you then. Have a brilliant rest of your day. See you soon, everyone. Thanks for helping me escape the room.